Hey there, neighbors. Welcome back to the channel. This is Anarchy in the 603, and you're in for another postcard from your friendly neighborhood anarchist, absolutely nobody's favorite, D-tier production quality, unscripted, off-dome, lightly edited dispatch from wherever I am right now to wherever you're sitting. Currently just sitting in my backyard, hemming some pants for my housemate. Just finished some raking earlier. I need to pick up the piles, but I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks, and it's not for lack of trying. I've had the time, I've sat down to record a couple of times, and honestly, I just haven't been okay. And the recent press conference by our, I shudder to say this, head of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has made me feel even less okay than usual. Like, everything that's happening right now, the eradication of due process in our country, the snatching up of people from the streets, our president saying that he wants the dictator of El Salvador to set up 5 more prisons for homegrowns, the fact that RFK Jr. himself has proposed re-education camps for people with addiction issues, with autism, with any host of things. Actually, there have been a few different kinds of people he's suggested sending off to work camps. And now him declaring my neurotype to be a disease, an epidemic, a scourge that needs to be eradicated. Guys, I'm fucking terrified right now. And there's a part of me that says, you know, maybe I should shut up, maybe I should hide, maybe I should stop talking because it's only getting more dangerous out there. But the fact is, no. It's clear to me that none of you all have spoken to any goddamn autistic adults whatsoever. And none of you seem to know or care what these words, what these actions, what all of this is spelling and saying to people like me, to our children, to the autistic children that aren't ours, that we still see getting affected by this, by the autistic adults who are sitting here having perfectly successful, fine, normal lives and saying, what the fuck? This guy's saying that many of us are never going to be able to use a toilet unassisted. We're never going to pay taxes, as though paying taxes is like the only thing that like makes you a worthy human being. That we are never going to find love, never write a poem. Bitch, do you have any idea how many autistic poets there are? Do you have any idea how many autistic musicians there are? They're never going to play baseball. Dude, some of the best baseball statisticians I know are fucking autistic. Some of the best athletic people I know are autistic because we have the focus to sit there and try and try and try again and tweak and try again and study and try again. That is what we are built for. We are not a goddamn scourge. The only reason why there are higher percentages of kids being diagnosed in California and Pennsylvania is because they have a more robust system for screening. Like, this whole thing that he was saying, like, all of a sudden at 2 years old, there's this environmental factor that kicks in and they regress. Bitch, no, it's not that we regress. It's that our brains have finally developed enough. Do you know anything about early childhood development? Our brains have finally developed enough for us to be able to articulate and communicate just how overwhelming the world has become to us because our cognitive abilities have developed to the point where it is like we can finally actually experience the discomfort from the overstimulation. Before you're 2 years old, you're not developed enough to be able to express yourself in that way, to be able to be overstimulated in that way. God damn it. This is what happens when you put a non-expert at the head of a goddamn organization. I gotta pause for a second, you guys. Okay, so autism is a complex thing. It's a complex neurotype that is different than the bog standard neurotype. Hundreds of researchers, many of whom are autistic themselves, have been putting decades of research into this. And bitch, you're telling me that by September, you're going to have like presented the actual cause for autism, the environmental exposure that suddenly at 2 years old causes people to be autistic, that's not how science works. The fact that you're putting a guy who was charged with practicing medicine without a license alongside his father, who was also charged and convicted of practicing medicine without a license at an unlicensed, unregulated, unaccredited autism health clinic, where they were subjecting kids to chelation therapy. Chelation therapy, that's fucking heavy metal poisoning shit. Do you know that at one of these such clinics, a kid was subjected to chelation therapy, which, mind you, typically takes 6 to 8 hours through an IV drip? They pushed through 6 to 8 hours worth of medication through this kid's body in 30 minutes, and he died. Hyperbaric chambers are another untested thing that they put kids through to try to cure them of their autism. You know, when you go as a deep sea diver to the bottom of the ocean and you spend months down there as a deep sea welder, and then you have to come back up because all of the oxygen in your blood has been replaced by nitrogen, and you've been breathing oxygen in enough to get through your body, but it's mostly nitrogen in your body. And if you go back up to the surface, all that nitrogen escaping from your flesh and your bones and your blood is going to like literally boil out of you and kill you. Yeah, that's the bends. And that's what hyperbaric chambers are for. These things, it's like, you ever seen Deadpool, that tube that he was in, that, you know, spark lit on fire, and now he looks like an avocado had a baby with another uglier, older avocado? Yeah, that's a hyperbaric chamber. And that's exactly what happened to a 4-year-old boy, I believe down in Massachusetts, like right in front of his mom. Like, he wasn't wearing a grounding strap. He was wearing polyester clothes. He was in a hyperbaric chamber that was well past its use-by date, because you can only put these things through so many runs before they're like an exponential increase of failure of these chambers. And what happens? A spark goes off, static shock, spark, boom, lights the whole tube on fire, kid's dead. I want to tell you something, guys. Last time I fucking checked, autism hasn't killed anybody. Neither has autism killed anyone, and yet the measles kill people. You would rather see kids dead. You would rather see kids immolated in hyperbaric chambers. You would rather see kids pumped full of therapies that aren't for them than just fucking support them. That's some eugenicist shit. I don't see you doing this to kids born with Down syndrome. I don't see you doing this to kids born with progeria. And you say, well, you know, that's a genetic thing. Yeah, no shit. So is autism. Just because we look like the rest of you when we are born doesn't mean that we're not different from the jump. All of my experiences from as far back as I can remember have been vastly different than the neurotypical population. And I see it in my grandson. You know, my husband and myself and my son, all autistic. My daughter out of law, you know, the mother of my grandson, also autistic. Like, once we start seeing each other in the wild, once you know what to look for, you can see us everywhere. The weird kid at school that was in the D&D club, like most of the kids in the chess club, like basically all the kids that sat at the nerdy table, guarantee you motherfuckers, we were all autistic. I just went back to like a high school hangout of a bunch of people I haven't hung out with in like 28, 29 years, okay? We were all the kids at the weird table. You know, I was like the weird artsy goth kid. We had like all these, you know, smart science weird kids. Guess what? Motherfucker, we are all autistic. We know it now. We have always been here, and you are trying to kill us. You would rather see us dead than see us supported, and I am fucking sick of it. I'm sick of being told by other people who are not me, what I am capable of, my grandson is capable of. This kid was reading at the age of 3, just like me. You basically had to show him the letters, tell him what sounds they make when they were put together. This kid was reading complex sentences and paragraphs at 3 years old, just like me. If you give us the kind of environment where we can thrive, give us the proper tools. God damn it, look how far we can go. But are you so fucking afraid of what you might find out about yourselves even? Because guess what? The leading cause of autistic kids is autistic parents, whether you know it or not. I'm so sick of being seen as an aberration, as a disease, as a scourge. Like, every time I tell someone I'm autistic, they're like, oh my God, I can't even tell. Or all of a sudden, I've been having an intelligent discourse with them. And then I'll say, oh, well, they'll say, you see things so differently. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm autistic. It kind of comes with the territory. And then they're all of a sudden like, really? You're so brave. And look at you. Look at everything you've been able to do. No shit, because I am a fully functioning human being. Don't talk to me like I'm a goddamn child. Autistic kids grow up to be autistic adults. And we have fucking opinions. You know why you're seeing more severely disabled autistic kids out in the wild? Because it was only since 1999 that we won the right against forced institutionalization. Prior to 1999, when one of us was severely disabled, our parents had to have us were strongly encouraged to put us into state-funded hospitals and put away all your photos of us. Think about that for a fucking minute. The only reason why you've been seeing more of the severely disabled of us out here the last 30 years is because we just won the fucking right to be here like that. To exist among you. Thank you so much. Thank you sincerely from the fucking bottom of my heart. Now, will you please kindly leave us the fuck alone? No, don't leave us alone. Give us supports. Stop trying to erase us. Stop trying to eradicate us. What are you gonna fucking do? Pick me up and deport me to El Salvador? Go the fuck ahead and try. Put me in a goddamn re-education camp and I will fucking show you what I know. And I will be the one giving you all a fucking education. I'm so goddamn sick of this. Anyway, I have some pants to hem. And I have a yard to maintain, slowly but surely, because yeah, my body may be disabled because of my hypermobility disorder, but guess what? Even though I have a heightened risk of hypermobility disorder because I'm autistic, it's not gonna fucking kill me. I'm not gonna be dead. Yes, some rare versions of my hypermobility disorder that I am more likely to get because of my autism can kill other people. But again, exceedingly rare. And the threat of that is so fucking minuscule that guess what? Still happy to be here, bitches. Anyway, my achy body is going to get back to my shit. I'm going to relax. Fuck, I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to upload it. So yeah, take care, neighbors. Sorry for ranting over the fence at you, but every so often, we get a little bit loud in this neighborhood. Anyway, come on and kick back with me for a while. We both deserve it. We've all earned it. Take care, guys. And RFK, you and your brainworm can go fuck off.